like to play this game called Is This Boat Abandoned? What do you think?
What do you think, baby?
So this one place has a Pat's Riverfront Cafe.
Okay.
And I wonder if I call them. If we're just trying to stop over for lunch. Can we dock there for lunch? And they might just say,
sure.
Yeah, pull up on our fuel dock or whatever. So I'm thinking I'm just going to write a few places down and call them tomorrow and see if we can just hang out on their dock. Where the fuck are we? We're not in the Indian River yet. Hold on. Oh, Mosquito Lagoon. I remember that. This does have depths. Wow. Oh my god.
I mean, they're definitely depths from. This is an old chart. Look how old this chart looks. It's all taped up, taped together.
It was a long day today. We did like 55 miles, which we intended to have a big day today. But the thing is, there was no good anchorages all along the way. Would you agree? Would you agree?
Shit, yeah. There wasn't much. It was all 3 and 4 feet deep, and my boat drafts 4 feet. I can't anchor up in 4 feet, and I'm not going to be one of these people that anchors up in the channel of the ICW. I don't quite understand why you would anchor a nice boat up in the channel unless you were trying to get hit or die. I don't get it.
True. We did all of this. What is this? Baskel Bridge. This was I mean, that might not even be a Baskel Bridge anymore.
Oh,
right.
Rattlesnake
Island. It's
probably one of the high bridges.
Remember when I told you, you're like, that's the ocean? And I was like, yeah, that's
Rattlesnake Island was that weird little subdivision that had the big canals. That you were like, should we anchor up here?
Stop. Do you remember me telling you? You're like, I think that's the ocean.
Yeah.
I think that's the Matanzas Inlet, which is actually open,
closed now.
But it's open on this map, which is pretty crazy.
It's old.
We went south.
Well, this was the little anchorage that we ended up in just outside of New Smyrna Beach after visiting with our cousins yesterday, or my cousins I should say. And cast looks like mainly this for the day, about all the way to, I think we're shooting for Titusville today. So yeah, we'll see. There's barely seeing the lighthouse over there. I was really messing with Camille all night. She thought it was traffic coming at us. So you see the little marina over there. But yeah, stay tuned.
Stuck at a drawbridge. A lot of these bridges are just open on demand, which is nice, but some of them are on a schedule. This one's on a schedule. It opens at 10:30. It's 10:06. Brave little fella. Pelicans look like old men to me. You got a crab pot! You got a crab pot! Left! Those pesky crab pots, dude. So we left Daytona Beach with bad weather forecasted for the day, but we needed to make tracks to beat another bigger blow we were trying to outrun to Cocoa Village. We passed through Mosquito Lagoon with big waves and winds gusting to 30 knots.
Kind of not the best weather today, but I don't think it's going to get any better tomorrow or the next day either. So I'm super stoked we got these dry suits from Camille's parents. Thanks, Captain. What's going on here?
Great. It's not all rainbows and sunshine and happy hours in Jacksonville. Some days you're mashing it in the weather.
That's the truth.
Yeah. A lot of wind, we got rain, we're mashing through. We finally made it to our destination for the evening, Titusville. With the NASA Railroad Bridge welcoming us to our anchorage, we found a spot and the wind died. We ate dinner outside and enjoyed the calm evening. Then this lightning started that was up high, cloud to cloud lightning. But it was crazy enough that Ben set up a GoPro time lapse. And then... You ever have one of those moments where you're like, what the fuck just happened? Well, we just had one of those moments.
Last night, what can I even really say about it? Absolutely scary as hell, batshit crazy, some type of little miniature hail cyclone whipped up basically just over the top of our boat, threw us like, pulled our anchor out, threw us like 400, 500 feet. We were maybe 5 feet from a channel marker.
No. We were 5 inches from a channel marker.
And I just was mashing it full throttle, 3,500 RPM on both engines, and just, yeah, I mean, we made it through the night. It was wild though. It was a cyclonic action, and it probably only lasted 3 to 4 minutes.
Here's the thing. So I told Ben, I'm like, hey, my weather app says that it's going to rain in like 10 minutes. And he's like, oh, clear skies. I don't think so. And I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden you hear a few little droplets.
Although we did clear the deck for rain.
We did. And then you hear a couple little droplets. And then Ben's like, oh, wow, we're really swinging. And you can tell you're swinging because there's lights around and the lights
City
are
lights.
moving. And then all of a sudden it was like a amusement park ride. We were just spinning. And then you couldn't see anything because it was just rain and hail and wind.
And pitch black. But you knew you were in some type of basically a little, like I don't know, a sea sprite, cyclone, something like that. Absolutely the most terrifying thing that we've been through yet on this boat. I don't know, here we are. And then in the middle of it all, the depth sounder would not stop beeping. And I don't know, we couldn't get it shut off. Camille just figured it out, so we're happy that we're not listening to that beeping anymore. But yeah, I don't know. We're trying to make it to, where are we trying to make it to today, beautiful?
Cocoa, Florida.
Cocoa, Florida. It looks like they've got a couple of free docks to tie up at, and we're expecting kind of a big blow. Hopefully no more of those little cyclones though. Oh my god, last night was so intense, but I don't know, here we go again. So, we've been watching the weather pretty well and saw this coming. So, this sailboat right here looks like it's about to slam upon these rocks.
Well, we've been in Cocoa Beach for the last 4 or 5 days. We were waiting out a windstorm, and then we just hung out for a couple days, but we met some really awesome long-term liveaboards that live out there, and a lot of things happened. So we found out that we weren't putting out enough anchor chain, so we got a stainless steel chain attached to a galvanized chain, and he said the stainless steel chain's 50 feet. So if you're putting out all the stainless steel, you know you have 50 feet of chain. Turns out it was like 30 feet, so we've not been putting enough chain out. And then also we have a plow CQR anchor that came with the boat, but they were all kind of talking shit on that anchor. So we got what's called a Bruce anchor from this guy.
Buddy bought it from the guy whose boat it was, and now he's just pulling all the shit off of it.
So he has the right to salvage everything off the boat, and it had this Bruce style claw anchor that everyone's been talking about. So he's been working on getting it out for like the last 2, 3, 4 days, and then finally we talked to him last night and he's like, hey, are you guys leaving tomorrow? And we're like, yeah. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna get it. And sure as shit, he got it up this morning, came over, we bought it, we laid our chain out on the dock so that we could figure out exactly how much chain we have, and I feel like we're getting closer and closer to getting our anchor figured out. So now we're headed to Vero Beach. We might make it today, we might not, but we just wanted to make some tracks. It's a nice day out, pretty dead wind, the water's super calm, so that's the plan for today. Okay, well, turns out we've been anchoring totally wrong for months now. Our chain has what I thought was 50 foot of stainless and then 50 foot of galvanized behind it. Actually, I think I thought it was 100 foot of galvanized behind it. And today we put it out on the dock and it turns out it's 30 foot of stainless and maybe like 50 foot of galvanized. So we got about 80 foot of chain, but we got this brand new anchor. Actually, it's not brand new. It's brand new to us. It's a Bruce style claw anchor. And we put it out and it immediately set, which our old one, we honestly weren't even sure if it was setting. We would put it out and then Ben would be like, does it feel like we're moving back still? Because you set it by like, we were setting our anchor wrong. Oh my gosh. I feel so dumb, guys. But today was the first day where it was easy to set our anchors. So that's a step in the right direction.
How's it going, buddy? What you working on, baby?
Trying to figure out how to use this awl.
The old speedy stitcher.
Oh my god. Yes, and avoiding catastrophe with these stingloots.
Got a kind of a dead wind day here. So I think we're gonna stay here on anchor. We've got a little part of our sacrificial on our head sail started to kind of come loose. You've probably seen it in the videos. So we're working on trying to fix that today after getting some pretty good advice from a new friend of ours in Cocoa Beach named Bob. Captain Bob, Admiral Bob.
Bob!
Shout out to Bob. Alright, we're getting ready to pull out of Malabar today. It is Sunday. We posted up here yesterday. Just got some projects done again. So we're always trying to get closer to getting finished with projects that we have that are never ending.
Always projects.
Today we're going to go to...
I think we're going to Fort Pierce.
Fort Pierce, it sounds like. Stay tuned. Well, Captain Camille is leading the charge to Vero Beach. Onward south.
So we were off to Fort Lauderdale to meet up with my parents. We wanted to get there a couple weeks early to scope out the area and find some cool anchorages. But first, we had to make our way through South Florida and the endless amount of Basco bridges. But with 2 brand new engines, what could possibly go wrong?